Well, we're trying to do a little bit of integration. He doesn't really want to ever lay on a bed or on a carpet. He's kind of like half off, which was weird. Lily's still hissing and nasty outside. Liger's staying away. So this one actually has become the king, and he doesn't know it quite yet. He is the Lion King, not quite taken over his role. It's okay. You're okay. He's insecure, like this song. Every now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed, and he's shamed because his pants are shaved. Right? I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. I know what this refers to, and that's a fact, right? Yep, you're beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring you down. Nope, they can't bring you down today. So, today, again, we're going to be working with the divine, what is it? Why did I call it the divine? Okay, so what's the divine? Because I've been talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine all morning, because I've recognized that that's what this little lion is representing. He's a mirror, and he started out as a little, he's the little lion man. I'm thinking about that, little lion man. But he started out as a, with a badass collar, and people gave him a bad name, which wasn't even who he was. He's actually always been very loving and gentle and sweet. But he did fight with boys. He was very jealous of boys that were around me. And he fought with boys in the neighborhood. So he was taken in and had surgery, and that was to help him, because to calm him down. And surgery is just definitely a spirit's different way, a way of altering things about your personality, right? And so in order for him to be brought into a loving family environment, he needed to not fight, not be jealous, calm down, and learn how to work with people, right? And so he did that, and he was taken to the place. It's okay, baby. It's okay. He was taken to have that done, but where he was toxic. It was toxic for him. It wasn't healthy for him. So he needed to come back and get attention and know that he was safe and loved. And then he was unable still to express himself. So he had to go in for surgery. Again, it was divine intervention, actually. And that's when he was merged from the divine masculine with the divine feminine and became both. And that's literally what happened to his physical body, and it just shows the integration of what's going on. I totally get it. And now there is the recovery and the learning to get along with the other ones in the family. But it's going to happen. I know what it means. So thank you so much, everyone, for all of your donations and for your love and prayers and healing and blessings. It's so appreciated. Right now we're going to work with the Akashic Tarot. And see how it goes. All right. Yay! Oh, well, we keep getting the same ones, and I guess, like I said, it's because we're in the same story, right? We're in the same story. So here you see, now when you first hear, now this is kind of what I was talking about with the cat. Think about him as a person, right? At first, everything looks, on the outside, it looks really great. It's kind of like a family. Everything looks great on the outside, right? Or a relationship. Everything looks, there's, 2 chairs pulled up at a table, ready to have some tea or coffee, whatever you want. I think it's tea. I drink tea. And it's sunny. There's a red hawk coming with a message. And the angel has got a message as well. So I would say that's Archangel Gabriel, since the red hawk represents Gabriel, or Gabriel represents the red hawk, same thing. It's that's one of my main messengers. Actually, it was the one I was given as I awakened, because I am the messenger. That's my job. So here comes the red hawk with a message, and the angel has a scroll as well. Beautiful house in the background, beautiful field. Everything looks gorgeous, right? But if you look closely, things aren't as they appear. There's been a fight. Something has happened that's upset one of the china cups. So you think about china, and china is delicate, right? It's precious and it's delicate. One of the cups has been knocked over, and the saucer that holds that cup is broken. Now, when you think about 2 of cups, that's a relationship. One of the cups was damaged. The love was broken, spilled out, maybe there was someone cheated, somebody left the other, or there was a hurt. Whatever it was, something that was precious was broken, and the love was poured out from it. So the chairs aren't completely knocked over, but there's china in the seat of the chair right there, right? This one was quite upset. This one was quite hurt. It's sad because look at, there's roses on the table. It was meant to be something beautiful, but something happened to cause this upset. Now, when I see the Red Hawk, I've been seeing the Red Hawk a lot lately, and I haven't for quite some time, and the Osprey's been showing up, but this is a Red Hawk, and it means a message is coming. So there may be information coming forward about why this happened. Maybe you don't know why this happened. And the angel said, it will be unveiled. I've got it all written down in the scrolls, and we're asking for peace to descend upon this situation, because that's what the dove represents. So within your family or your home, or someone very close to you, someone that you care about, clearly, there's been a problem. There's been a conflict of some sort. I mean, it's definitely somebody's been hurt. Something's been broken. Contract, boundaries, agreements. The fact that we see this giant house in the background, it was in my dreams last night too. This person had all of this land, and he lived on a part of it, and he had all these other parcels that other people were putting all their things on. And I said, you know, you should rent them. You could rent them those pieces of property, but he owned that land, and someone else was setting up all over his land. And I saw his brother had a land of his own. It was small, way small. It wasn't as big as his. And he was growing pot in his field. But these people were encroaching on this person's property. So that's boundaries were broken, invaded, right? I saw that, and he lived on that land. It was his. So somebody has come in, they have stepped over somebody's boundaries. Maybe you have, you're a squatter. You know, think about that emotionally. You're emotionally squatting on someone else's property. So you've taken what's not yours. And there's been a squabble here. So there could be issues about your home itself. There could be issues about an inheritance or personal family finances, because of the fact that we're talking about renting. That's what came to my mind. You could rent them this property, but there's issue. Maybe you did rent property to someone and you can't get them out because they were squatters. That's what I saw, squatters. This is my property. And you tried to come to the table, right, for an agreement, to come to some sort of resolution. You wanted it to be peaceful with the dove. You were trying to bring the message peacefully, but it didn't go that way. And there was disruption. So whatever drama is going on, Spirit's saying it's not deathly, okay? Things are not destroyed. Yes, one saucer has been broken, and the emotions have been poured out, because that's what it is. Maybe angry words were said, maybe hurtful words were said, and it hurt someone's feelings. It broke something delicate. Or maybe somebody else hurt someone that you love. And that maybe broke a bond between you and somebody else. Maybe somebody that you loved was hurt by a family member, or a friend, or extended family. But as we see the dove coming forward from Spirit, we're asking you to try and seek peace. Maybe you will feel compelled to be a peacemaker in the situation. Maybe you are somebody in the family or a friend on the outside that knows what's happened. Maybe you're the one that's going to bring information so that this can be cleared up, so that peace can be restored. Because there's information that needs to be brought forward. Somebody needs to speak, Spirit's been saying. And maybe when you do speak up, things will be settled and it'll help the situation. It'll you know, it's not going to put a band-aid over something that is festering. This is broken. Band-Aid's not going to fix that. There's going to be delicate repair work needed to fix that china plate. But it can be done. I used to have antique booths. I would run antique stores up in Canada. And the china that we would collect from England, the beautiful china, was very, very expensive. And every once in a while, you know, we'd come across a piece that had a chip in it or a crack, and we would take it to be repaired to a very fine place, and you would have to sell it for a little bit less, but you couldn't even tell that it had been repaired. Now, there's something in I think it's Japanese repaired pottery meaning. I think it's basically what it's talking about is it's a broken piece, but once it's sealed back together, it's actually stronger than it was before. Can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up, and maybe I can add it on the bottom of this. But whatever the case, delicate repair work needs to be done. So it first needs to come with communication, right? It needs to, because their Spirit said yesterday, you're going to receive information that's going to help you with a puzzle that's been bothering you. And I did last night. I watched. A lot of things were shown to me. But it's still not crystal clear. It needs to come from the source. So somebody's coming forward with information. Spirit gave me information in my dreams, but there is a message coming. And Spirit said there is someone that needs to speak in order to clear up communication issues, or even just speak up to ask for an apology or give an explanation so that healing can begin, so we can figure out how we're going to go about repairing this, right? Because you can be repaired. So Spirit's asking for you to allow Spirit to guide you. When you're listening to this message today, and it's definitely two. You know, Two of Cups is a union. So this union isn't completely decimated. It's been damaged. And Spirit's saying you have the capacity to bring peace to this situation and restore harmony in this home, as long as you come forward with the information. So you might have found yourself, you know, Spirit's saying you could be a mediator, right? You could come forward and help. But in the past, you may have been one of those people who got pulled into it, right? And you don't want to do that. You're not going to be pulled into anyone's drama. If you have information that you need to bring forward, that's good. But you're not going to be drawn into the drama of others. The fact that the hawk is coming with that note in its mouth is there's something that you don't know. And it could be more challenging. More challenges coming your way, because there's some information that's about to be revealed that's going to be difficult to hear. But as a hawk, as your messenger, you can rise above those challenges, and you can see them clearly with the right perspective. Just be prepared. There's information coming, and it's probably going to hurt. But sometimes, you know, like with Prince, he had to have surgery, right? And it was painful. What he's gone through has been very painful. But sometimes you have to go through that in order to be healed. He wasn't going to be okay if he was left the way he was. He would have died. He was toxic. The situation was toxic. So sometimes you have to bring things to the surface and then surgically cut something out and stitch things up. There's a stitching up, right? Yes, there was something that was cut away, something that was no longer in the highest good, had to be removed. It was toxic. It wasn't working. Something that wasn't working was surgically removed. And then it was stitched up. He wasn't thrown away. He was stitched up. He was repaired. It was fine work. And now there's care, gentle care needed. And we got that yesterday, that, you know, someone may be coming back from a situation, and the situation is still very delicate. And so that could be there could be repair work being done or needing to be done. And there's definitely going to be repair work needing to be done within this relationship. Whoever it represents, business, partners, family, lovers. I believe more it's lovers because of the Two of Cups. It's at least somebody that's very, very close, a loving arrangement. Was loving, and there's going to have to be healing, which is going to require forgiveness, understanding, compassion, patience, gentleness, and probably some time apart. And you definitely, like, time apart from the toxicity that caused it. You're definitely not going to want to be around who brought all this on. You're going to want to spend a little peaceful time. They showed nature in that with Prince right now. He can see Liger and Lily, but we're keeping them separate. He needs to heal. He doesn't need to get into any fights. They don't either. We don't want any more drama. And it hurts him when he tries to express. It hurts. It still hurts. And there's a little bit of blood that's expressed, which shows that you think about all of this symbolically. Whoever's going to come forward that's had that's gone through all of this, it's going to hurt when they speak. And it's going to be hard for them to express. And the blood that's poured out shows It's either passion or it's your life's blood. It's your soul. You're bearing your soul. But there's a healing that is taking place. So gentle care. And also there's understanding that the one that's coming forward to speak, we must understand that this is going to be very hard for them, as well as it is for probably us to hear it. So that's how we can maybe prepare ourselves right now to be understanding. We'll ask and see if there's something else that I'm not getting. I'm going to see if there's a message. I want something just like this. Okay, this is the person who felt they weren't good enough. This is the person who sees Superman and Batman and looks at all of the superheroes and he says, I don't see myself upon that list. And the person is saying, you don't need to be Superman or Batman. You're loved for who you are, as you are. And actually, I see you bigger than you see yourself. Just like with Prince, he doesn't realize he's gone from being a prince to being a king. And Liger backs down to him. And he's reached king status, and he's not quite sure of it. He's the little lion man, right? He's growing into that role. So that's what's going on. Somebody's growing into the role, moving from prince to king. That's awesome. This can be in a feminine or a masculine, but in this case, of course, it's being shown as a man. I have to admit, I have tears in my chest right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling somebody. And I don't know if I'm feeling trepidation. I don't know what I'm feeling, but it's difficult. It hurts my chest. Hurts my heart. My heart's hurting. So, correct neutrality on all levels. I wanna shuffle these upwards and downwards because, good Lord, we keep getting the same messages, don't we? I'm doing this and I'm not even, rushing today because my phone broke, right? My phone, I can send text messages and I can work on the internet, but no calls can come in and no calls can go out. So I'm getting a new phone today. So, and this is the fourth one in 2 years. So, again, communication breakdown. We're still, in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. There's nothing that I can do. I have to get a new phone. So the new phone has to be delivered to me. It's coming to my door. There's nothing I can do to reach out, and no one can actually reach me through my phone. So I know I'll think about what that means later, but I'm trying to work through the emotions that I'm feeling right now. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Next message that's most important for us. Yay. Oh, I'm really going to cry now. I'm going to cry. But it's good tears. Give me a second. Oh, God. I'll be really happy when I can make it through a reading without crying. Okay. The waterfall. Waterfall is really important to me personally, so I know what it means. So a waterfall is an outpouring of emotion. And look how luscious and healthy that forest is. I want to live there. The number 6 is telling you not to be so concerned with material items. And that includes money. The worry lowers the effectiveness of your prayers. But Spirit can help us, answer our prayers and help us work through this and deal with it. And see things more realistically and more in a more balanced way if we ask them. So that's what 6 is telling you. Now we see the color blue all the way around and the color yellow. The yellow, I am worthy. I am capable. I can do anything I set my mind to. The color blue is speech. Archangel Michael, powerful forces, right? The waterfall, just got double confirmation. Okay, so double confirmation on this message. And one thing about this waterfall is that's a towering waterfall. That looks like the waterfall in Oregon, that giant, and that looks like Oregon. I mean, that's one hell of a waterfall. That's a lot of emotion being expressed. See the white puffy clouds? There has been massive amount of rain. So a lot of heavy emotion pouring down. But look at that beautiful turquoise pool at the bottom. It's clear. It's gorgeous. This is clean, fresh water. And there's blue in the sky, right? There are white clouds, puffy clouds. So what it's telling you is, first of all, you have incredible power. The power to express, the power, I'm seeing faces all up and down. If you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There's faces all down in this waterfall. Spirit. So this is the life force within you, the spiritual force within you, and it's incredibly powerful. That kind of water, that kind of a river cuts through rock. That is a powerful waterfall. So it's telling you that you have this powerful force within you. And when I was on the way to take Prince to get his surgery, the first surgery, the first surgery, in order to, no, it was the second one, sorry, to clear out his blocked passages, there was a geyser shooting 30 feet in the air. It looked like that. But now this is free flowing, right? So this isn't about something rupturing. This is about you being able to harness this energy. Water has the ability to take any shape. That's why we always, you always hear in spiritual people always say, be water. Be able to flow. Water flows around rocks, obstacles. Water is powerful enough to cut through stone, as I said. Be water. Water can be all different ways. It can be soft and gentle. It can be powerful and a moving force, right? But what they're showing you here is your energy will never stop. It's continuing. Look how powerful that is. Look how full that is. It's never ending because it comes from spirit. This is about deep thought, deep emotions, and expression and expansion of your psychic energy, because water is the greatest conductor to spirit. This is a time to act on the power. Tap into the power that you have, but act on your desires, your ambitions, what you've been shown to do. What I'm seeing for this, and I'm going to bring it up because it matters. This isn't important. I told you it was very important for me specifically, and so this might apply to someone else. It's Geronimo. Can you feel it? Now it's coming back. We can steal it. If we bridge this gap, I can see you through the curtains of the waterfall. When I lost it, yeah, you held my hand, but I tossed it. I didn't understand that you were waiting as I dove into the waterfall. So somebody was going through great emotional trauma, and their friend was standing there holding out a hand, but they pushed it away. Remember, Spirit's been saying, take the hand that's been reaching out to you. This could be Spirit reaching out to you or a friend. Say, Geronimo, I dove into that waterfall, went down deep into their emotional waters. Can you feel my love? Bombs away, says Geronimo. But then they say, well, we rushed it, moving way too fast, that we crushed it. But that's in the past. We can make this leap through the curtains of the waterfall. So say, Geronimo, can you feel my love? Bombs away. So Uncle Phil and I did waterfall hunts in Wisconsin. We went all over the place to waterfalls, and I went behind the curtains of the waterfall. And I've gone through the curtain of the waterfall, and it's difficult. You can get crushed underneath that water. You get knocked on your ass when you try and get through it, but you can get through it. I've gone through it. But he says when he tried to dive through that waterfall, he got crushed, right? So he tried to deal with the emotions between him and this other person, but it crushed him. He couldn't handle it, pushed him down. Whatever the emotions were that maybe you've gone in down deep into your emotional waters and you went under, because that's what happens. If you go down a waterfall, you go under. Have you ever seen people take the kayaks down the rivers? You know, the river runs and they go down waterfalls and they disappear and you're thinking, oh my God, they're never going to come up. But they do, just like the Osprey says. You will be able to dive down deep under your emotional waters and you will emerge, right? And so what happened, though, is they got overwhelmed by the emotional energy and it pushed them down under deep. And the response was, well, I'm just a boy with a broken toy, all lost and coy at the curtains of the waterfall. That's how he felt. Or she, when she went down into her emotional waters. I felt broken. My toy was broken. I was playing with something. It broke. Remember that teacup, the saucer? Maybe someone played with another person's emotions and it broke. They broke. They hurt me. Well, I'm just a boy with a broken toy, all lost and coy at the curtains of the waterfall. But now they've come back up. So here I stand as a broken man. But I found my friend at the curtains of the waterfall. So you've come up out of your emotional waters and you've recognized that Spirit's there with you. Or your love is there with you, your friend that was trying to hold your hand when you went down. You pushed them away, not because you were so pulled under that water. Like the song my twin sang to me, my head is underwater, but I'm breathing fine, so he didn't die. But you were underwater. That's a lot of emotion to deal with, right? But now here I am, so now they stand before you like the Grail Knight. Because at first, when you see the Grail Knight holds up a mirror, reflecting the love that you have for them. It's mirroring the same. But now they kneel before you and their mirror is broken. And they're showing you, at first when you saw me, you saw this perfect facade of who I really was. Just like the first card, we saw that beautiful house and the lawn. And everything was so beautiful on the outside. That's how it appeared. But inside there was brokenness. And you didn't know that maybe. So the Grail Knight says, here I am on my knee before you. I am holding up my cup. Remember, there was one cup on the table still. I'm holding that cup up. But I want you to see me for who I really am. This is who I am. I'm a broken man. But that's okay because we all are. And the only way that the light gets in is through a crack. We have to get broken down to the ego, to our old way, before we can be reawakened. That's the transformation. That's the death and the transformation. And now the rebirth, he says, here I am as a broken man, but I found my friend at the curtains of the waterfall. Now I'm falling down through the crashing sound, and you've come around at the curtains of the waterfall. As you rush to me, and it sets us free, so I fall to my knees at the curtains of the waterfall. Remember? The Grail Knight fell to his knees, and the Father said, you need to bow down. Bow down means you humble yourself to realize that you must show yourself truly who you are. You must expose yourself for who you are. You must take off the mask. You must not try to show the benevolent facade, the shiny facade. You show yourself who you really are. All of you, the good, bad, and the ugly. And guess what? Your friend is still standing there at that waterfall holding out her hand. And Spirit is too. Because we're all broken. I keep thinking of that song. You were the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. We all feel that way. We all feel like if people see our flaws, they won't accept us. But no, that friend never left the waterfall. Spirit never left her side. That raging water, you take that raging water that you allowed to press you down, crashing, you were thrashing, falling down into that waterfall. But you fell through it. But now that same powerful force that pushed you down is going to pop you back up. And now you're going to harness that energy. And you're going to recognize, I stood, but then I fell to my knee. I fall to my knees at the curtains of the waterfall. Can you say, Geronimo, can you feel my love? Can you feel my love? Can you make this leap? Can we make this leap? Yes, we can make this leap. And Spirit says, take the hand that's out. All I wanted you to do is come back to me and bow down. Let go of the ego. It isn't about whipping someone. It isn't about berating someone who comes before you. So this one who comes to the table with a broken cup and says, look, this is what happened. I'm coming forward to tell you the truth about my feelings, about what happened. Is there any way we can work this out? Can we make this leap? Your friend has not left that waterfall. That hand is still there. And in some cases, if you can't repair the relationship or whatever the situation is, you have grown from this and you're stronger. You've been able, as the Osprey said, to dive down deep under your emotional waters, and you have emerged valiant. You have gone from prince to king status. You have emerged, but you are humble before your God, and you know you haven't done this on your own. You've had friends helping you, soul family, Spirit. But now you're safe, and you're whole again. It's amazing. Thank you for letting us see this card. I'm going to ask for another message. One more. I'm trying to find a way to chill. I can't breathe. Is there somebody there who can help me? It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. Like I'm not strong enough. Somebody help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up. But I just can't. It isn't in my blood. Okay, so you haven't quite made it through. You're crawling, but you're going to get there. Because you're saying, can somebody help me? And Spirit says, yes, we're here to help you. Take the hand that's reaching out to you. Look around, lift your eyes up and see who's saying, we are here for you. Go to where there's love and kindness and understanding. Go to where there will be forgiveness. Take that leap through the curtain of the waterfall. You aren't going to give up. It's not in your blood. You're not made that way. You're a fighter. You're a survivor. Just listen to who's there for you. We've had this card before as well. I'm getting over always getting the same freaking cards. I am. It's called the Lookout. You see this pirate on his ship. The ship's burning up. And he's on the, what is that? Parapet? Can't think of what that thing is. So clearly this ship is in trouble. The number 17. The number 1 is about staying optimistic, and 7 is about being on the right path. So the number 17 together, the angels applaud you for staying positive and optimistic. They say your optimism is warranted and your affirmative thoughts are coming true. So keep up the good work. You're on the right path. Okay, so in the upright condition, this ship has got trouble. There's a battle being waged. Challenging situation, just like the song was just telling us. You could fall from that place where you're at because that ship is going up. The smoke is all around you. The fire is all around you. But at this time, the whole ship hasn't gone up yet. They're saying it's a temporary situation. They're asking you to keep your balance so that you can carry yourself through. You're going to put the fire out in this situation. But in reverse, there's what you would think that this would be awful. I'm thinking about Titanic, right? Think about the great wave. When the great wave comes, go to the mountain. Well, in this situation, what happens? You fall off that parapet, right? And the free falling. I feel like I've lost control. I feel, somebody help me. I'm free falling. But remember, I think it was the week. I don't know if it was the weekly reading, but my title of the reading was, I feel like I'm falling. I'm free falling. And I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm falling. And then I realized 6 feet ain't that far. So you're free falling. So are you falling in love, or have you lost your position? Whatever it is, you have lost your position. But there's no battling around you. You're in the water now, right? In that waterfall. The fire's out. You're not on fire. You may have lost something. Maybe the effort that you put in. We saw that cup was toppled. The emotions were spilled. The plate was broken. It's a difficult loss. A loss of a job, a relationship, maybe all this effort that you put in. You know, when you talk about your ships coming in, that's you've not put all this work into a project, and now your ships are coming in. Well, that ship was on fire, and you fell. That ship crashed. That ship was done. So it's painful and it's challenging. However, there's a blessing in this because you're free. You were in a situation that Spirit told you was toxic. You didn't listen. We were shown this for quite a while. There were 2 opportunities, right? You're in a toxic environment. Spirit kept telling you to get out, speak your truth, stand your ground. Someone's overstepping your boundaries. People were lying, cheating, manipulating, stealing. We've gotten this for quite a while, but you just didn't do it. You didn't want to rock the boat, or you wanted to see what you could find, but in the end, it all burned up. That family tree that we saw before in this same deck, the lightning bolt that split right down the family tree. There was nothing you could do to stop this because this was toxic. this was meant to fail. Sometimes things have to fall apart before they can be put together stronger than they were previously. It could have been a very, very delicate china plate and it broke. But when you have it repaired, that glue makes it much stronger. So you've been freed of something that was toxic. You don't have to be on the defense anymore. Basically, you've been hit. You've seen it. They've attacked you. You know who they are. Remember, the truth has come out. We got that it was going to be coming to light. You don't have to be on the defensive anymore. You're on your way to something bigger and better. It's about turning this situation into a positive. Yes, it was a negative situation. Yes, it was toxic. And now you see the truth of it. So it was a difficult, challenging beginning, but you see the truth of it, and it's about now, not staying focused on, oh my God, and revenge, or why did this happen? You should have learned your lesson by now. It happened because it was meant to happen. It was not the strongest foundation. Anything that was not on a strong foundation falls apart. Sometimes you're able to rebuild. Sometimes you have to move away. Yesterday there was a wicked queen, that someone was leaving. The old queen was dead, and they were going to the good queen. They were going towards the light. They were leaving the dark and going towards the light. And you may have sadness and you may have pain from it, but it's in your highest good. You're going to the light. So Spirit wants you to focus not on where the broken pieces have fallen, but where you're moving from this point forward. This is about turning your negative into a positive. So if you are in this place, Spirit's pretty much showing you you're going to be in this place. So if you haven't left that toxic environment, if it hasn't all blown to hell, it's about to. Because remember, there's a message coming. There's information coming. It's going to be hard to hear. So you either need to take the steps to resolve it before it all blows to hell. You have the opportunity, Spirit says. Remember, they've been saying it for days and days. Weeks, actually. You have an opportunity at hand. Take it. The opportunity won't be there much longer. It might be that friend that's holding out the hand at the waterfall. You drag this out much longer, that friend won't be there. So that's what they're saying. There's an opportunity at hand right now, and you do whatever you can do to resolve this situation, or it's going to go down. The ship's going down. Or get out of there. When you look at this, in either case, upside or down, he's got binoculars. He's seeing the details. What are you missing? What is it that Spirit wants you to see? Because when you see the hanged man, which is what you are right now, you're acting like the hanged man or the hanged woman. You're not moving forward. But you can't hold that position. You could hold on for a bit, but you're not going to be able to hold on. You're going to fall. So they're asking you, while you're hanging upside down, take a look at things from a different perspective, because your perspective has been screwed and skewed. Skewed and screwed. Okay? What are the details in your role telling you to look out for, or that you can use? So apparently I'm doing another message. Probably because we keep getting repeats. Let's see what's happening here. Dancing in the dark. So moving in harmony, but in spirit only. So this is someone dreaming and energetically connecting with someone, but not physically in their presence. I don't deserve it, he says. But Spirit says, yes, we all deserve it. So this person has found an angel. This is the one who has left the negative queen and is going towards the one in the light. Whatever that represents to you. Man, woman, business, family, who knows what it represents to you. But you have recognized where the light is. So you're saying, I feel like I'm crawling in my skin. Somebody help me. Well, you know what? Spirit gives you all the tools. They tell you and they give you the guidance steps. And if you don't follow the guidance steps and you refuse to get off of that pulpit, that's interesting. Pulpit. That's interesting. You refuse to get, a pulpit is where you preach down from, or it could be like a lawyer stands on a stand, right? Pulpit. But usually I think about a preacher. You refuse to get down off of that spot, you're going to fall. The ship's gone down. It's blown to hell. The cup has been knocked over. The plate is broken. Yes. So you have choices. And right now, there's two things going on, right? You're kind of you're at the fork in the road. That's the Lover's card. You're at the fork in the road. You can either listen to Spirit's guidance and finally open your mouth and do what you're supposed to do and move forward and act, or you can just sit there and stew and feel sorry for yourself, and you got no one to blame but yourself. Interesting. The Queen is upside down again. So, in the positive, this is interesting because now she's smelling that beautiful rose. She's in her palace. The other time she was outside the palace, surveying her land, waiting for someone to come to her, right? She's waiting for the king. But here, she's inside her palace. You know what I'm thinking right now? I am, what is the name of it? It was one of my theme songs for my banner. Until the light, I'll be in my castle glowing. Okay, so the song is Feel This Moment. It's interesting. This is interesting because there's a man speaking first and there's a woman, and this is the woman waiting. She says, one day I'll be in one day when the light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. This is the castle golden. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. But until the gates are open, I just want to feel this moment. I'm going to live in the moment, right? And then he says, just want you to know, I took my life. Where is it? I see the future, but live for the moment. Makes sense, don't it? Now make dollars, I mean billions, I mean genius. So he's concerned with his money. The street is what schooled him and made him slicker, to slick with the ruler. I've lost a lot and learned a lot, but I'm still undefeated. I'm far from cheap. I break down companies with all my peeps. We can travel the world, and when I give you all you can see, time is money. Let's stop and enjoy this moment. So this person has lost a lot and learned a lot. This queen is waiting. She's inside her castle golden. She's holding on. She is definitely royalty. She is completely adorned in the upright. Beauty all around her. She's very peaceful. She is loving and supportive. The love that she holds in her hand speaks of that. And she's very passionate because look at the red all around her. Spirit is telling you right now, a relationship with this one that you love may be deepening, or they're asking you to be open to this one. It could be a romantic person, it could be a family member, or it could be just this queen would as this loving, helpful person, could represent a friend or a coworker. I mean, a boss, even coworker. It could be, of course, someone stepping into the role of queen or mother or whatever it is. Maybe a marriage. It shows a resolution with a family member, a friend or a loved one. It's definitely peaceful and happy. But what's going on in reverse is the opposite. So we have not left this queen, or there's definitely disharmony with the woman in your life. Now, is this a friend, a family member, a work associate? Is this your lover? Whoever it is, they're telling you to be aware of this. Do not try to put a Band-Aid on this. You might be able to resolve this situation, as was already spoken about, by communicating. But you have not. At this point, you are distancing. She is distanced. She has now gone inside her tower. He's out there working. Remember that song? I make billions dollars. She doesn't give a shit about money. She's saying, I'm alone in my castle. I don't care about the money. What I want is your time and your energy and your physical presence. So you might be able, at this point, to resolve the situation if you clearly communicate and show up. However, this could also be that wicked queen, that evil queen that you're trying to get away from. This could be a woman that's stepping out of the role of mother or wife. Maybe this is a mother stepping into your personal business as a grown adult. Maybe this is your wife that has cheated on you. Or a girlfriend. Now remember, we're talking about women here, but the feminine energy is also available for men. So you know what it represents to you. The nurturing, loving energy, someone stepping out. It could mean that there is no passion between you and this one anymore. There is no love there. It's over. This could be a separation. This could be a divorce. Because the love is gone. It could be that you've unfortunately trying to get pregnant and you cannot, or you've lost a child. It might be as a mother, upside down. You might be upside down as the mom because maybe you've got little ones that are now growing up and they're going off to college, or maybe they're getting married. Maybe it's the first time one of your children is getting married and you're not handling it well. You're hanging upside down. You're the hanged woman. Could be even a dad, over possessive of their children, right? You need to let them go. They have a life and they deserve to live it. It also is saying if you are a woman or even a man, let's do it both ways. You're dating somebody or you've been working, I don't know, with somebody and you're no longer, you're not seeing eye to eye. You're not resonating with this one any longer. You just don't, you used to, but it's just not there anymore. So you need to let it go. Maybe that's what you're being told. Allow yourself to feel your emotions and honor whatever sadness is within you. I've told you I felt tears in my chest. And let go of the ones who are no longer fully present and honoring you. You're off making money. You're not here. I'm letting you go. I let you go. Say hello to your new lover. I let you go. Right? That's what the song says. I let you go. I'm letting go of all my ghosts. Are you ready? I'm ready. Maybe this is the ghost of someone from your past that you have not let go, and it's just tortured you. And maybe it's coming between you and another, and you need to let go of that ghost. Whatever it is, transformation is happening, and it's not going to happen well if you don't honor it. It's also about this queen, whoever this queen represents. If they are not respectful of you, they are not treating you with what you deserve, the respect that you deserve, they are not honorable and treating you with honor, you must step away from them and open up the way for somebody to come in that treats you like a queen. You deserve to be treated that way. You deserve to be treated with respect. My prince was treated horribly. He was mistreated. He was abused. He ran away and he came to me and he had to go through hell to get healing. The things that happened to him because he had been through so much trauma. It wasn't just him being neutered. It was the trauma that brought it all on. It was post-traumatic stress. And now he's in a place, and it was a lot of grief and heartache and hard work and money and time and pain for himself as well as us to get him to the place where he's on the road to recovery. But he deserved it. People said to me, why did you do that? Why didn't you just put him to sleep? Because he's a life and he deserves it and he represents somebody else. And it was done because the whole thing was meant to be used as an example. And there was a great outpouring of all soul, family, and spirit to help us. Just like there will be for you. If you allow yourself, remember that one at the curtain of the waterfall? I came up from the bottom of the waterfall. This queen knocked me on my ass. And I'm crawling in my skin. Help me. Well, she's standing there at the waterfall with her hand out. Are you going to take it? She's not the same queen. This queen is not the one that's standing at the waterfall. They're different. Or if there isn't one standing at the waterfall for you yet, there will be. If you allow it to come in. Cut loose the cords that bind you. This could be yourself. This could be your own self, like the person talking just now on the radio. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like I'm not worth it, right? Maybe you don't love yourself. You're not seeing yourself as you should, just like the song. I look at Superman and Batman and I don't see myself upon that list. I don't see myself the way God sees me or the way soul families, people that actually have respect and love and who are kind, actually see me. Other people think I'm weird and crazy and nuts and unusual and they make fun of me. And that's how I've learned to treat myself. I don't see myself as I am. I'm that Grail Knight who sees myself completely broken. He doesn't see that he's actually a king. She doesn't see this queen standing in front of her. Look in the mirror and see yourself as Spirit sees you. This could be a whole lifetime of you not loving yourself. So right now, this is extreme self-care needed right now, just like self-care needed for my little prince. So right now, it's about making yourself a priority, loving yourself, and allow the universe to give you greater love in your life because you deserve it. You don't deserve the way you were treated. I resonate with my little prince. I deserve the best. I've worked hard, and I've been a friend, and I've been a good mother, and I've been doing my spiritual work, and I deserve the love of my life. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve to be taken care of. And I am not arrogant to say that. I am worthy. I am worthy of it. I deserve it and I want it. And it will be mine because I know my self-worth and I haven't known it my whole life. So this is what you need to see yourself as. Fuck the wicked queen who treated you like shit. Whether this be a man or a woman or your own self, and you turn yourself around upright because you are capable, says the sparrow, the victorious sparrow that was always underestimated. You have underestimated yourself. You have the power of that waterfall, that strength within you. We all do. You need to see yourself in queen status and hold yourself in the utmost of respect. The only way that you can draw that to you is if you act as a queen. You treat others with respect, with kindness, with understanding, with goodness, with forgiveness, with compassion. You do your work. Spirit has cloaked you already. We see your worth. You must now see your worth. You've done your work, you deserve it. If you haven't done your work, start doing it. Because this is what we deserve, and we are all capable of doing that. And I will tell you for myself, I won't accept pieces. I won't accept a broken plate. I won't accept cups thrown at me. I will be treated as a queen that I am, and it will be a king that comes before me. He may be working up into king status, but he will know his self-worth because I won't be able to draw him to me if he doesn't. I videotaped my little prince this morning eating, and he was going after his food. It was crazy, and I said, hold on. I tried to pull the bowl away, and he said no. He was pushing, and I said, wow, you know what you want, and you're going to get it. And that's the truth. Settle for nothing less than that. You know what you want, and you're going to get it. And whoever deserves you is going to be in the same spirit. All right, that's it. We ended that on an aggressive, positive, forward movement. I'm laughing at her red cape because this is the Queen of Fire. Look at her red hair. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But there is major passion here. This is the Queen of Fire. And she's moving forward with optimism, with hope, with love, with passion, with determination, with strength. And she's got white, which is truth and purity. She's moving fast, too. I'm looking at that. It looks like cheetah. She's moving quick. All right, this is beautiful. I'll let you guys go. Have a fantastic day.